Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. Today's beer is a beer from Belgium, not Japan, and it's not a craft beer, unfortunately, but it is a kind of special beer in the world. It's the world's #1 best-selling Belgian beer. Can you guess what it is? Yes, you probably guessed right. It's called Stella Artois, and this is a beer that is brewed in Belgium by the Stella Artois company, and it is actually owned by AB InBev. That's Anheuser-Busch InBev Belgium. This is a 5.2% pale lager, imperial premium style. 24 international bittering units, and I said it's the #1 best-selling Belgian beer in the world, and apparently it goes neck and neck with a beer called Jupiler in Belgium as the most popular beer served in bars in Belgium. And you might think this is kind of ironic because Belgium is associated with special beers, unusual beers, high alcohol beers, all kinds of unusual fermentations, and this is a straight-ahead pale lager, and it is the most popular beer. Well, on Rate Beer, this one has 5,602 ratings, and the average is 2.73, not terribly high. 8th percentile for all beers on Rate Beer in the entire Rate Beer universe, and 46% for its style, Pale Lager International Premium. On Untapped, 537,850, over 500,000 ratings. And here the ratings are well over a half point higher at 3.26 out of 5. And this beer, you notice the date on here, 13/7/66, and this is a reference to the establishment of the Den Hoorn Brewery in Belgium, which was actually bought by a man named Artois in 1717. So they like to tout their 600 years of history, but it's actually about half that, or even less. So it was bought by Artois in 1717 and then taken over from there. This brand beer made its debut in 1926. And Stella, it means star in Latin, and you see it has a star. I don't know if you can see the star here between the name. There's a star right here. And yeah, so and one more bit of trivia. This beer is known as a wife beater in England, and I tried to figure out why, and there's kind of a strange explanation on Wikipedia, which says because of its high alcohol content and its connection with binge drinking, it was called a wife beater. That doesn't make sense to me. It's not very high alcohol, and I don't know. Would you binge on this? I guess you could, but in any case, it's kind of a weird note. I was talking with friends about this, and also why are men's undershirts like tank top undershirts called wife beaters? We could never figure that out. My only connection was Marlon Brando in the movie A Streetcar Named Desire, where he wears this kind of shirt and screams his wife's name, which is Stella. And my friend said, "Yeah, that must be it." And I thought, no, it must not be it. But anyway, okay, let's give this one a go. As far as I know, I've never had this before, and it's widely available in Japan. It comes, unfortunately, in a green bottle, which most breweries that used green bottles in the past do not anymore, because UV rays will go through this and can damage the bittering from the hops and kind of turn it into what we call skunky beer. Well, let's try this. Okay, it definitely has a kind of skunky nose. It has Zatz hops, I believe. Zatz hops, which give it that kind of nose too as well. It also contains corn, unusual, but yeah, what can you say? I think they wanted this to be something like a Czech lager, and it does taste somewhat like that, but in a very, very muted sense. Yeah, yeah, definitely the hops are quite apparent. 24 IBUs. There's some cardboard in mid palate, not a lot. This is drinkable. I think I'd probably give this around 2.6, 2.7. Things below 2.5 are getting into the hard to drink category, but this is tolerable. Except for that cardboard in the mid palate. It floats away kind of cleanly, mild bittering, slightly metallic in finish too as well. It's not terrible, but probably not the beer you want to drink, even if you are binge drinking. And once again, this is called Stella Artois, the #1 best-selling Belgian beer in the world, but certainly not in my house. Made by Anheuser-Busch InBev in Belgium. They also have a brewery apparently in the U.S. now, and they said they want all of their U.S. beers, their beers to be produced in the U.S. for the U.S., not imported from Belgium. This is imported from Belgium to Japan. Okay, well, that's it for today. Hope you're doing well. Please tell me what you think about Stella Artois, if you've had it, or other Belgian beers, and let's have a conversation. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll go on to look at a number of beers in the future, some Japanese, mostly Japanese, some not Japanese. In any case, take care. Bye-bye.